Today I'm building a Lego version of more than 10 cool, smart, and very complicated gadgets that you probably can find in your local mall. And here's the thing, I like soda. So let's start by building an actual working soda machine in Lego. After building a base, you'll need to take this special Lego piece, a pneumatic pump, that will help make our soda machine work. Next, take a bottle of your favorite soda, make 2 holes in the cap, and carefully insert pipes into it. Now, all that's left is to put the bottle in place and start pumping air into it. Now, when I press this button, the soda will... Yes, it works! And in today's video, I'll build 10 more working Lego inventions. So, let's continue with... First cool thing I found at the mall was this classic photo booth. So I really want to build one out of Lego. I'm starting with a simple white base plate and building up the walls in these very funky teal and orange bricks, complete with curtains to give more privacy, and a picture tray. Now for the sign part, I built a tiny camera out of gray and black bricks. And the best part about it is that I left some space for the actual camera inside, so this photo booth can take real pictures. Pretty neat. One of the first things you'll see in a mall is an elevator. And I really like that this one is transparent. So let's build something like this in Lego. To build it, I'm gonna use this special Lego piece, a thick plastic spiral, and you can stack it into one long rotini for dinner time later. Anyways, combined with another special piece, a gear worm block, you can create this super satisfying illusion. Haha, poor fella got dizzy. But what's even cooler is that you could connect it to a motor using gears, and boom! Now you've got an actual working elevator that goes up and down, just like the real thing. So here's my Lego elevator, and now let's test if it can lift this minifigure. Wow, that's nice. But what about 10 minifigures? Oh wait, did someone fart?
What the hell, man?
Let's add some more for the test. But one of my biggest fears is that the elevator can break while I'm in it. Oh, it's stuck. The whole thing just went down. Oops. What about a shredder? No, not this one. This one. This one shreds paper, and actually quite well. So why not build one out of Lego? Of course, it needs to be motorized, so I'll be using 2 Lego motors to spin the gears. Also, the motors need a power source, so they'll be connected to this Lego battery. And we got our shredder complete. Now let's test if it can actually shred something. Like paper, for starters. Something's not right. Maybe it'll work with this minifig? Nah, he's also fine. It just tickled him. Now let's try shredding a banana. Not enough cutting power. Good thing that I bought these Giga Blades to upgrade our shredder. Maybe now it'll have enough bite. Oh wow, it did quite a lot of damage. Went through like it's no problem. Now let's try on this gummy baguette. It's a little too much for the machine. And finally, let's shred this gummy eyeball. Success! I can't think of a joke for this one. The next iconic thing you'll probably find in the mall is a scam. I mean, claw machine. Look, Ninja Turtles. Let's try to win one. Come on. Oh wow, I totally didn't expect that. So let's quickly grab some Lego. Oops, that's not it. Let's try again. Heck yeah, now we're cooking. So let's start building it using bricks for the box, these transparent pieces to represent the glass, and I created those classic bulbs from white tiles. You'll also need a fancy name tag, some side decorations, 2 special rubber pieces for the claw, and to operate it, I'll be using these 2 gears, one to open and close the claw, and the other to move it left and right. So the final touches are the roof part and some lights. Now all that's left is to dump some prizes in, and it's finally ready. Wow, it looks like it'll actually work. Let's test it. I just need to turn this gear. Now align the claw with an iPhone using this gear, and boom! It is a small prize, but hey, my machine is still better than the real one. Next up in the mall, I found a pinball machine. It's a very satisfying game where you need to, okay, I just realized I have no idea what the objective of this game is. But to build one in Lego, I'll need a lot of plates, and I went with a fire vibe, adding some decorative tiles on the sides and the flipper mechanism. And this is our final look. Surprisingly, those gears actually work great, but it's too simple and tiny. So let's build a bigger one. Start with a simple base plate and a ball tray at the bottom. Now we can attach the actual play board that can be tilted in different angles. Furnish the board with obstacles and hook up rubber bands. It's all complete. Now we can just take this ball and test the machine. Wow, the flippers work great. All right, I got this cursed idea. Since a Lego ball is the same size as a minifigure's head, why not play with heads? Surprisingly, it works. Another awesome place I found at the mall was the bowling alley. And after a few really good matches, I figured out how I can replicate it with Lego. Now, Lego actually has a bowling set. It's this Lego Friends collection of a whole bowling alley with very funky decor, a karaoke, an arcade area, and the alley itself. Next, I challenged myself to build a life-size bowling ball. So I'm gonna build it out of orange bricks, and it's gonna take a lot of them. Hopefully it'll be heavy enough, just like the real one. Also, the holes look goofy. Okay, the whole alley is finally set and ready for an actual match. Strike! I did not expect it to work so well. Another satisfying thing you can do with complicated Lego builds is mix different colors of slime with a custom Lego slime mixing machine. And I built one out of bright and dark blue bricks for the body, with transparent pieces at the back to show the complicated gear system. They will turn these orange pull arms. Now that that's done, I'm attaching another pull arm and putting cylinders onto them. And the slime machine is done. Let's see if everything works correctly. Oh wow, it spins just like the real ones. But can it mix the slime? Oh yeah! I think it can mix it in pretty well. So I got all kinds of slimes ready for testing. First, let's mix this green one with a yellow one and see if they'll form a different color blob. Okay, it's struggling a little bit. At the moment, it looks like a big booger fest. Let's add some minifig heads into the recipe. Okay, that helped to mix it in a bit. Feels very icky and looks really creepy. Now let's mix some Lego money with slime. Ka-ching, baby! That's what I call a gloopy investment. And lastly, let's add some pink slime to the money blob and see what'll turn out. Whoops, it broke. Guess I got too greedy. Another thing I found at the mall was the gym, and it had a bunch of treadmills. So, while doing cardio, I thought of how to build one out of Lego bricks. It all begins with a simple base made out of yellow and black bricks that will hold all of the running gear, pun intended. For the running surface, I'll borrow this tread from the Lego snowplow. Okay, now we can attach this outer gear and handles with a screen to the build, and the gear will allow us to spin the tread, because treadmill? Now let's test if it actually works in real life. Oh wow, it really does. Our buddy here lost a whole dome top. Another popular item you'll find in pretty much any mall, arcade machines. And I found this motorcycle. Now, I think I'm pretty good at it, at least I hope so. So I thought it'd be fun to recreate this thing in Lego. To make the box, I went with simple bricks in a colorful design. I used a bunch of black plates to represent a screen. For the joystick, I built this with cylinder pieces, a ball on top, and these colorful rounded plates work perfectly for buttons. And now that our arcade machine is fully built, let's play some Roblox. Wait, something's wrong. I think it's frozen. So I decided to fix it by replacing the screen with my phone. And now I can actually play games on it. Wow, I can literally play any game on this machine. Well, kinda. For the bonus round, I bought 3 different kinds of puzzles. The first one is made out of paper, and it's all about unfolding it into a cube and matching the colors. The second one is made out of wood, and it's about precision when assembling. The third one is a maze puzzle where you have to guide the ball to the exit and not fall into the holes. Darn, this toy is for smart people. I'm just gonna build some Lego puzzles instead. For the first one, I built a frame with black smooth tiles. And for the puzzle pieces, I used jumper plates in different colors. You have to slide the pieces and match the colors. It works nice and smoothly. The second puzzle uses the same frame, but the pieces are shaped differently. The point here is that you have to fit them perfectly in a specific order. And for the third puzzle, I'm laying out these macaroni pieces on a base plate for the balls to stand on. And at the bottom of a base plate, there's another part that spins the whole puzzle. Each ball needs to reach these finish lines, but it's impossible when you tilt it. So this is where the spinning comes in. When the puzzle spins, all 4 balls reach the finish line and are solved. These puzzles warmed up my brain. And now, back to the video. And today I'm gonna perform more than 10 cool experiments on Lego that will both entertain and educate you. Starting from this simple one, where you can take a bunch of cheese slope pieces and by facing them on opposite sides, you can create an optical illusion, where if you look at it from one side it's a Mario, and from the other side it's a Shrek. And in today's video I challenge myself to find even more smart ways to use Lego, so welcome to the Lego School, everyone. First, let me show you one simple science trick. So this one will require some crafting skills because you need to glue a minifigure to a magnet, then cut a small piece of a straw and glue it to the back of the minifigure. Take a bottle and fill it up full of water. Then if you drop the minifigure into the bottle and close the cap, nothing will happen. But if you press the bottle with your hand, the minifigure will dive down due to Archimedes' principle. And when you release the bottle, it'll float up again. Okay, now the person who tells me why he always faces away from the camera will get a medal from me. So next, I'm gonna teach you some biology by creating an anatomically accurate minifigure. Okay, so let's start with the skeleton, which serves as a framework for the rest of the stuff, like organs, muscles, and skin. So I built a whole upscale skeleton first. Damn, this already looks cursed. Next, let's give him some organs, like lungs, guts, a pair of cursed eyes, and a heart so he can finally feel something. Next, we need a skin. Oh yeah, that's my favorite one. Yes, the skin is the largest organ of all, and I made this skin out of fabric, so let's put it on our skeleton. Okay, bro's starting to look normal now, but he's still dumb as Huh? We need to create a brain so he can finally start thinking. So, I made one from Jello. And there you go, perfect substance, just like in any human being. Now we're gonna replace this guy with our brand new Jello brain. And it fits perfectly. Okay, I think I just performed the first ever brain transplant. And I think I need to eat more Jello. For this next experiment, all you're gonna need is a battery and a magnet. By the way, never leak a battery. So you need to wrap a minifigure with copper wire. Make a simple contraption for the minifigure with magnets on each side of it. Take a 9-volt battery and let's see what happens when I touch the stick with wires. Bruh. Damn, nothing happens. Yeah, this is an electrical force. Okay guys, I think I created a torture device. Next, we're gonna dig the earth and look for some treasures as geologists do. Or literally every other kid on the planet. To simulate this, I built a model of Lego soil. So here we have the humus, topsoil, subsoil, parental material, and bedrock. So basically, how Lego Geology works is you take a piece of Lego land and give a guy a shovel in order to dig through these overpriced pieces of plastic till he finds something interesting. Like a mummy. No, this is for the archaeologist. We need to dig deeper. But if you're lucky enough, in the depths of the earth you might find a fossil. And from now on, it's like a casino, because you can find some rare dinosaur bones that can make you rich. Or you can find a prehistoric poop, which is actually very helpful for scientists. So, inspired by Lego, I put on the geologist outfit and went to dig for fossils. And after 4 straight hours of unimaginable effort in the forest with a shovel, I finally found something. OMG, a block of ice in the middle of a forest. I also found this strange fossil that looks like a cow poop. I was really curious to see what artifact this was, so I immediately went back home and started unveiling our treasure. So this looks like a long-lost Lego set, but I don't care about that. I'm more curious about this block of ice. So let's use different tools to crack the ice. It kinda tastes like soil. Guys, I'm seeing dinosaur teeth, and it looks like it's from a dino skull set. It's actually taking too long, so I'm gonna set it on fire to make it melt faster. Okay guys, go grab a shovel, and maybe you'll find your own dino set. Or poop. And in our next physics class, I will test if you can move by blowing your own sail, like this dude. Wow, okay, I really want this to be true, so let's test it in Lego. Okay, so what'll happen if I build a car and place a propeller on the back of it? It goes to the right, as it should. And now, if I add another car with a sail, and the first car blows that sail but is fixed, right, the car with the sail wants to move to the left. And now if we connect them together, they'll cancel out their forces and stay in the exact same place. And that's why you can't move a boat by blowing on your own sail. And about that dude, clearly he's just using an electric skateboard. Let's move on and explore how different types of plastic will melt in chemistry class. So I prepared 4 jars filled with acetone and different Lego pieces like this fake Lego skeleton guy, crystals, and a jungle animal set. Yeah, we'll melt that kitten too. But before we move on to that, we'll test the acetone on another type of plastic, styrofoam. So styrofoam definitely melts super fast, and we'll see if the Lego parts are melting as well in a couple hours. This is gonna take a while. Yep, we're on top of the world. Okay, we're finally so close to the end. Look at all that melted goo. Now we have to wait a few hours for the melting process to start. Ooh, those Lego crystals are literally turning into jelly. Okay, it's time for the reveal, guys. Starting off with the skeleton guy. It seems to me that he's still in one piece, so let's check that for real. Whoa, he didn't even melt at all. He's still hard as a rock, even if you poke him multiple times. Now let's move on to the Lego crystals. You can already tell they've melted like goo. Like they're literally sticking to the bottom. Let's open it up. I can barely recognize the crystals. They've completely melted, and they've turned into this gooey substance. I'm gonna try scooping it out with a spoon. Gummy bears, anyone? Okay, let's proceed to the animals. I'm seeing some of them are still pretty much intact. Well, we're about to find out. Okay, here's the spider, and it surprisingly didn't melt at all. Even this crab didn't melt, which makes me want to have seafood for lunch. And look, even the scorpion survived. These guys are just built differently. As for the kitten, well, is this still even a kitten? All that's left are the eyes, but other than that, I don't think this kitty survived. I'd say that's a pretty satisfying experiment. Comment down below what you want me to do with them next. Now, I'll build a huge volcano that will erupt in like 10 seconds. And to make the most epic volcano out of Lego, I went and ordered an insane amount of very dangerous chemicals to make an elephant toothpaste explosion. And I also did it see-through, so now you guys can see exactly how the reaction is going in this thing. So you should start by adding dishwashing liquid, food color, and then a very concentrated hydrogen peroxide. Guys, just so you know, this reaction can go like this. And I was doing it in my studio, so I was not really prepared for what was about to happen. Whoa, look at that explosion, it's so huge! This looks so real, this honestly deserves a replay. I think I deserve a medal or something. Next, we'll have a look at optical illusions in geometry class. OMG, how is that even possible? A more extreme example of the optical illusion would be this build, and you can kind of see that something weird's going on here. And you're right, because it's an optical illusion I built. So to build it, you need to have two separate builds, place them carefully in specific places, and the most important part is the position of the camera. For the next optical illusion, we'll need two identical minifigures, a piece of paper, a pen, and a ruler to draw a nice perspective. And when we put the two minifigures on the drawing, it seems like one of them is bigger, although they're as similar as twins. And I have a perfect usage for this one. You can take any two random identical Lego pieces and put them on this drawing, and boom! You just made it bigger. Use it to your advantage, guys. And here's a speed round of different cool optical illusions I found online. So in this one, it seems like this lower green circle is bigger than the top one, but it's actually not. This one gives the illusion that the horizontal lines are not parallel, but it's clear that they're as straight as can be. And the final one gives the impression that these 2x1 plates are different shades of gray, but they're not. It's even hard to show you that they're the same color. Another shape to explore is the simple cheese slope, which is actually a triangle. By using its shapes, you can build two different things on the same base plate. But can you guess what this is? So on the left side, I built Mario, and on the right side, I built Shrek. Okay, now kids need to be active all the time, so the final class is PE. And I built a full skate park with huge ramps that you can jump on, sick rails for grinds, cool graffiti on the walls, look at this dope squirrel, and a chill area for friendly gathering and music listening. Now our skater bros can do grinds all day. 50-50 grind, board slide, backslide 360 50-50 grind, and of course, head grind. Huh? Roller bros can ride huge ramps and do buckets. And scooter and BMX bros can do sick transfers and jump like the whole skate park. Now that I think about it, ordinary PE classes look so lame. Okay guys, I know you're on holiday right now, so thanks for taking the time to visit my Lego school today. I hope when you get back to school it'll be as much fun as this. Please subscribe if you like this one. Bye-bye.